the AI market might be betting on the wrong company. Everyone is obsessed with one name, one stock, one dominant narrative. But while the spotlight stays fixed in one direction, AMD has been building leverage across the entire AI ecosystem. Not just GPUs. Not just data centers. An end-to-end positioning strategy. And if this plays out the way it's designed to, the company most people think is second place could become the most strategically important player in AI. This is not a comeback story. This is a power shift in slow motion. And most investors, and even most tech analysts, do not see it coming. So before we assume the AI race is decided, we need to look at what AMD is actually building. Right now, the AI market looks simple. One dominant GPU supplier. One ecosystem. One narrative. And markets love simple stories. But simple stories in tech are usually wrong. Because AI isn't just about who has the fastest chip today. It's about who controls compute access, pricing power, supply chains, and long-term ecosystem lock-in. And that's where things get uncomfortable. Because while everyone debates how far ahead NVIDIA is, the structure of the AI market is quietly becoming multi-vendor. Not by accident. By necessity. Let's break this down. First, data centers. Hyperscalers don't like dependency. They don't like single supplier risk. And they definitely don't like pricing leverage concentrated in one company. AMD has been aggressively positioning its Instinct accelerators not just as alternatives, but as scalable AI infrastructure components. Not niche. Not backup. Infrastructure. When AI demand explodes, margins explode too. And customers start looking for leverage. Even if AMD captures a fraction of large-scale AI compute demand, that's not small. That's strategic pressure. You don't need to beat NVIDIA. You just need to exist at scale. And AMD is reaching scale. Everyone is fighting over data centers. But AI is moving to the edge. AI PCs are not a marketing gimmick. They are a distribution strategy. On-device inference. Enterprise deployment. Cost control. That's long-term positioning. And AMD is inside the conversation. The biggest myth in AI hardware? CUDA lock-in makes competition impossible. That's true, until it isn't. ROCm ecosystem expansion matters. Because once software compatibility improves, hardware switching costs drop. And when switching costs drop, pricing power shifts. Here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. AI buyers are uncomfortable with monopoly leverage. They won't say it publicly. But they act on it strategically. Cloud providers diversify. Enterprises diversify. Governments diversify. And diversification is oxygen for AMD. This isn't about beating NVIDIA tomorrow. It's about weakening absolute control. There's a difference. If the AI ecosystem becomes multi-vendor, the power dynamic changes permanently. Margins compress. Negotiation power spreads. Control decentralizes. And that's where AMD becomes systemically important. Imagine AI demand doubles again. Compute demand triples. Governments push AI sovereignty. What happens? Single supplier dominance becomes a liability. Scale alone is not enough. Flexibility wins. And AMD's positioning makes sense in a world that fears dependency, fears concentration, fears supply bottlenecks. The AI race isn't just about performance benchmarks. It's about control of the ecosystem. And if the ecosystem opens up, even partially, AMD doesn't need to win. It just needs to be unavoidable. So no, this isn't a hype cycle. And it's not a comeback story. It's a structural positioning move. The AI market may still look dominated. But power shifts don't start loudly. They start quietly. And by the time everyone notices, it's already too late to call it underrated. Comment below. Subscribe for the real AI strategy breakdowns.